Well, today we are going to talk about, before the equipment is shipped, the FAT acceptance of the Chinese factory. The most expensive decision-making mistake of the buyer. Have you ever thought about why an automated device works perfectly in the supplier's factory, but after arriving at the customer's site starts to have problems? Many people think it's because of transportation or even poor engineering design. However, after participating in industrial automation projects for many years, I found that the real reason is usually much simpler. These risks before the equipment leaves the factory have never been fully identified. This is why factory acceptance tests, which is FIT, has become one of the most important stages. The price is written into the contract, and delivery dates are arranged months in advance. However, equipment quality cannot be guaranteed solely by documents. A set of customized automation systems is more than just a machine. It combines mechanical engineering systems, POC programming, robotics vision, industrial networks, security systems, and production processes, and integrated into an integrated solution. Each subsystem, when considered may operate perfectly, but if they cannot work reliably together, the entire project will be in danger. This is why professional FAT is not just about turning on the machine and watch it run. The real purpose is to answer a question: whether the equipment is really ready for production. During the factory acceptance test, engineers should verify not just the basic functions, whether the machine can continuously meet the required beat time after continuous production, whether it can still operate reliably, whether all alarm functions work properly, whether the operator can recover from abnormal safely, the equipment, whether it can communicate with other production systems. The solution to these problems determine whether a project is successful or failure. A common misconception is that the buyer just send their own engineers to China. In fact, it is usually more complicated than it sounds. A modern automation project involves mechanical engineering, software development, process engineering, process networks, and machine safety. In many companies, these responsibilities belong to completely different departments. Finding someone who is competent in all fields is extremely difficult. Another common practice is to hire a well-known inspection agency. Of course, helps with regulatory compliance and machine safety, but compliance does not automatically means the equipment is ready for production. A machine can meet safety requirements, but still cannot meet production goals. That's why factory acceptance tests should assess technical compliance and operational performance. Another important point is that is not just about checking the equipment, but also an excellent opportunity to evaluate the supplier, how the project is managed, how quickly technical issues are resolved, whether the documents are complete, and whether the debugging process is organized. These observations, then presentation or factory visit, reveal the true situation of the supplier. I once participated in an international automation project, and the final production site was overseas. When the equipment was in China, to prepare for the factory acceptance test, the overseas team couldn't come within the time required by the project plan. Therefore, the company appointed a representative from the Chinese team to represent the end user to perform the FAT. Based on technical findings and recorded results, the management decided whether the equipment is ready for shipment. This reflects that in global manufacturing increasing trend. As production becomes more and more specialized, independent technical verification becomes more valuable. Professional factory acceptance is not to find defects for criticism. It is to identify risks while problems can still be reduced. And identify risks when correcting them. Because once the equipment is shipped overseas, every unresolved problem will become obvious and more expensive. During FAD, the cost of identifying a problem is usually calculated in hours. During the on-site acceptance test, the cost of finding the same problem may be measured in weeks or even months. A successful automated project does not rely on systematic verification, objective technical assessment, and informed decisions before shipment. If your company is purchasing automated equipment from China, then investing in a professional factory acceptance test in the entire project is one of the wisest decisions. Thanks for watching. If you think this video is valuable, please refer to subscribe to get more information about industrial automation, supplier evaluation, and project risk management. Thank you.